cord, that one is right here. And like that, connect those two. Red one goes on the red one, black one on the black one. What we can do, plug it in like so. It should turn on by itself. Yeah, there it goes. Well, that amount of sun, it's got 74 watts into it right now. It's behind some trees, so maybe we'll be able to adjust those panels a bit. If I put them maybe behind the Bluetti, and we'll see what kind of charge we can get. $197 watts. 197 watts with the way the panels are situated right now. And having said that, the clouds are somewhat, they're a little bit covering the sun, so it's not efficient. And I actually looking at it right now, the angle's not right either. I'd have to turn the one end to be more direct with the sun. I'd be willing to bet that would help out. Let's give it a try. Now with that slight adjustment of the solar panels, I managed to get it up to 210 watts. And it's still not perfect. We still got trees in the way a little bit, clouds going by, etc. So you have to get it fine-tuned and dialed in, I think, to get max efficiency, which is all right. I think we'll be able to charge fine with the amount of sun we got in. It's understandable. It's not a perfect sunny day. There's clouds and there's also trees in the way, but kind of demonstrates how sensitive the solar panels are to obstruction, and how important it is to keep them clear of obstruction from the sun. And I think the first time I trialed or tested out the panel itself, it was up to 270 watts. So again, I had to play with. If I would have played with the angle of the panels and made sure there was no clouds in front of the sun, etc., pretty sure it would have got 350. That's the maximum output that panel will put out. So pretty impressed with it so far. If a guy left it out all day like that, it would charge up, no problem. We'll leave it out for a little while and see what it does. It's at 84% right now, the Bluetti. We will just leave it and see what we can get up to. Well, that didn't go as planned. I got into that piece of wood. It looks like it's been standing there too long, and the bugs got into it. So it's all pulpy and stuff. can't use it for much more than what firewood I'd use it for. And on top of that, when it fell, it cracked right up the trunk, so structurally it's no good. Anyway, we'll carry on falling some more trees. I got 4 more logs up over this way that I kind of prepped. They're ready to skid out now, so just get the quad skidder and skid those out to the mill. And I think altogether we'll have probably 6 logs that I can work with. One smaller one before, I got a 16-footer in behind the firewood shed, and the 4 more over this way that we'll skid out and get to the mill. This one over here, it's a fairly good sized trunk, so should be able to get some decent wood out of it. We'll see what I can do with it. Got a decent looking cant here. This one is 16 feet long and still looks like I have a bit of a wave. Doing my research there, and a lot of what I've been reading was they were saying the blade's dull. Oh, it's a new blade, so I've only milled one log with it, so I'm not sure how long the sharpness of these blades are supposed to last. But it was doing that on the first log, so still have to check the torque on the belts and go from there. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 boards, 3/4 inch, 16 feet long. I'm not sure how wide they are, about the same width as the last set I did. Except these ones are considerably longer, and I've got one, the last piece of course is thicker than the rest, so it's probably about 1 inch. And we're still wavy, so actually I'm going to play with that torque setting for the blade itself. I think maybe playing with that will at least eliminate it, if anything. So I got one more log to do today, but I think before that we'll do some lunch up. Nice easy meal today. Can of stew and a sandwich, some ginger ale. It's pretty warm out today, plus 21. It does have an autumn feel to it with all the leaves and such, but not to the point where I want to start cooking my meals. Pretty busy today also, and just want to have a quick bite so we can get back to work. For stew in a can, it's pretty good. Not as good as stew coming from the Dutch oven in the middle of winter, but on a day like today, it will do. Toss in a nice chicken salad sandwich to mop up the gravy. Excellent. So we're nearing the end of September. I think it's September 24th right now. Temperatures are pretty high. We're plus 21, plus 22 this afternoon. Lots of bugs flying around. Getting some work done around the property, milling up some lumber. That'll be for the interior of the cabin. I've got probably over half of the cabin insulated now with styrofoam board insulation. So I just got to board over the styrofoam with the lumber I'm making. It's supposed to be getting cold here end of the month, beginning part of October. It's supposed to be getting to the freezing temperatures, so hopefully with the single digits and the freezing temperatures, these bugs calm down. Not a fan of those. So I still have a little bit of work to do with the logs here. I got one log left I got to mill up, make some more boards, and I still got to skid those four bigger logs on the other side of the property into the mill. We'll do that another day. Well, that should do it for today for the milling. I ended up getting 14 boards, 6 10-footers and 8 16-footers. So I should put quite a bit of wood up on the cabin. We'll see. These 16-footers aren't going to quite be 16 feet. Looks like the ends are rotten, so I'll be trimming them back. Hopefully get 14 feet out of them. I'll be using those probably for the ceiling, cover up the ceiling. So yeah. All in all, it was a good day today. Ended up with some extra firewood on top of the boards that I made, which is good. Could always use the firewood. I think that'll be it for today. I think next time I'm out, I'll be harvesting the garden. It's supposed to be getting cold here the next week or so. Say by the end of September, she's supposed to be into the minus temperatures, freezing temperatures. So that'll be it for the garden. It's still growing. Tomatoes are still coming in. I think the squash are done. Everything looks like it's ripening on the vine and stuff. So we'll be pulling it here next time I'm out. And we'll be working on the interior of the cabin, putting up these boards and getting the rest of it insulated. I still got the one half of the roof to do, which is I've got the boards here, the insulation boards here. I just got to get the time to put them up, and should be ready for the cold season, which I'm looking forward to. We got pretty good overcast right now. Looks like we're down to about between 10 and 14 watts with the overcast sky. So we were probably 210 max when the sun was out, and the way I had the panel situated, a little bit of cloud in the sky, so not quite optimized, but now it's fully overcast and gray, and we got 10 to 14 watts coming in. And here's a better view of today's production. Not too bad. Still needs some work though, a little fine tuning. As you can see at the bottom there, it's a bit rotten, punky, so I'd say probably a foot or two of each end will probably have to come off. Trim it up. And this is the 10-footer that I ended up milling up, full of bugs. We'll use it anyway. Well, I think we'll call that a day. We felled some trees, bucked some logs, and milled some wood. All the stuff we need for the interior of the cabin now. At least half of it anyway. Half of it's insulated. I still got to do half the roof. I'll do that next strip out. And now that I have some boards, I can start covering up the parts that are already insulated. Thinking about throwing a bit of a vapor barrier up before that, just to kind of seal it off. And we'll throw up those boards I milled today. See how they look. I think it'll add good ambience and character to the interior of the cabin. And then I'll be able to mount that light that I picked up and utilize the Bluetti for some lighting. And that'll come in really handy this winter. I plan on bringing my laptop out and doing some editing while I'm out here, and enjoying the ambience of the cabin while I'm working. It'll be good. I got a bit of a different thing I'm going to try this winter now that I have power. I'll leave that for a bit of a surprise, but I'll be working to set that up here next time I'm out as well. Looking forward to it. I remember trying this back in the 90s with my dad and my uncle in the interior of British Columbia on top of a mountain. We'll give it a try here, see how well it works. Anyway, with that said, the cold season's coming up on us. Here it's coming up the end of September. We're supposed to get our first cold snap here at the end of September, beginning of October. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to another cold season. We're going to be doing some hot tenting this year. I'm going to be actively doing that as much as I can, as well as doing cabin footage, trips out to the cabin. So it'll be a combination of both. Kind of mix it up and give it a bit of variety to the channel. I'm looking forward to the new challenge. Now with that said, I'll talk to you later.